Hello everyone, Wordai, Indigenous. Hello everyone and welcome to Imbandra, Alice Springs. Speaking up for our rights that have been taken away by the intervention and will always be until we speak up strong amongst ourselves. We need to be united. So that's why I feel so strong about the intervention. I live on my homeland now, on the West McDonald, as I always said. And our families had sat out there to prove that that land belonged to them. They sat out there with no water. They sat out there with no food. We had to do it to move on how we are today and to keep struggling for the rights that are taken away from us.
We are of the same parents, Elaine and myself. One is on the basic card and one isn't. So we are divided with this green card. I went in to pay a bill yesterday and I was told, asked, have I got ID? I've never been asked that before in my life. All I was doing was paying a bill. So the ripples have come into this town now, and people who are not on the basic cards probably should fear what's going to happen next. But anyway, what I really wanted to say before I was asked to come on by my sister was welcome to everyone that's here who's travelled far and wide to support the people that are going through this hardship. I feel it too, even though I'm not quarantined or anything, but because this is our traditional ground, I do feel strongly about what's happening with Aboriginal people and those that live on it. Thank you very much.
I'm Barbara Shaw and I'm going to be a co-chair with Patty Gibson, and talking about racism. In Aboriginal language there is no word for racism.
And this land is belonged to Aborigines. We are belong to this place here. The land belongs to blackfellas. Blackfellas went like a dog, you're not poor-buggered. I'm one of them. I've seen a government, a bad government, good government, you know. They push me like a mother little dog, like a nanny goat in Bullock. I've seen that life. Now again, now it's Chardon. We own the country, we own the land that was stolen.
Thanks, Barbara. I think that was very strong statements coming from the two uncles before. As you can see, there's fire still in their belly. The fire hasn't burnt out. I'm the chairperson of NAJA. On behalf of the board and staff of the North Australian Aboriginal Justice Agency, we are very pleased to attend this important rally. But we are certainly with you in defending Aboriginal rights and calling for the immediate and full reinstatement of the Racial Discrimination Act. The labelling of all Aboriginal people as alcohol abusers, of Aboriginal men as users of pornography, amongst other things, just calls to further stigmatise and alienate Aboriginal people from the important process of finding solutions to the health, housing, education and other key issues facing Aboriginal people today. It is only by genuinely listening to Aboriginal people that the government will find the solutions to the urgent issues that intervention was designed to address. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that. And yeah, my name's Patty Gibson and I work with the Intervention Rollback Action Group here in Alice Springs. Millions of dollars worth of Aboriginal property confiscated, be it housing, which is taken off the community organisations and given to the Northern Territory Housing Agency, be it the assets that are taken off the community councils and given to these new mega shires, the land that's been taken off the people and given to the government, millions and millions of dollars worth of land and property taken away, dispossession, the new wave that's come with the intervention. That's what's happening. And as we learned at the conference, the entire thing has been built on lies. From the start, when Lateline and the ABC ran that disgraceful program, when they accused the men at Mutijulu of conspiring to run child sex rings down in Mutijulu, it was all lies. Chris Chris Graham coming out and showing us the lies. Kevin Andrews, who worked in Mal Bruff's office, worked in his office, an advisor to the minister, going on Lateline, having his face blacked out and crying and claiming that he was a youth worker from Mutijulu who was exposing what was happening there. He had never worked in Mutijulu. And Lateline ran him on the TV to run these lies, and it is a disgrace. The lies have got to stop, and the land and the assets have got to be returned to the Aboriginal people. And that's what we're here to say today.
And you can't shut me up. You cannot do nothing to me, because I'm a black woman from WA, mate, and I'm protected, which is not the same here. It's wrong. And it's not just sad, it is disgraceful, it is shameful, it is disgusting, terrible, and as Pat said, it's all built on lies. Lies to control our land. That's all it's ever been about since Captain Cook first come along and stole Botany Bay. Because I tell you now, with our Aboriginal political party, we're going to take over the government this year. First Nations political party at this year's federal election. Do with that 700-piece legislation, I'm going to bin it. I'm going to have all the media come and I'll grab that legislation and I'll chuck that straight in a big drum, and with a match, I'll use their fire, right? Strike a match and chuck it straight in, so it just poof, and it's just gone. Like what they tried to do with our culture, try and take it away.
This week we had a forum. Women, black and white, from all over Australia came together to put a statement together, because Jenny Macklin, who represents Aboriginal people, keeps women, especially Aboriginal women, close to her that aren't affected by the intervention. We suffer because she keeps them women close.
Hello everyone, my name's Christine Abdallah, as Barb said. I'm from South Australia, I'm Nurrinjeri. My father's Afghan, and also has got links up here as well. And a group of us women got together and we done this. I'll read this statement out to you. We the women, mothers, grandmothers, aunties, sisters, and in support of our men, who are the shared caregivers for our children of the Northern Territory, wholeheartedly demand the Northern Territory emergency response be abolished immediately. The media has heralded your promotion to Prime Minister as a breakthrough for women. All this talk is a slap in the face for us Aboriginal women, whose communities are being devastated by this government's racist intervention. Aboriginal women, we're leaders in our own right. We don't need a white woman to stand up there and tell us what to do. For 3 years, the removal of our human rights has been justified with lies about protecting women from violence and feeding our children. We are living proof of the damage it has caused to us as Indigenous peoples of the Northern Territory, who are trying to survive, live and practice their way of life, our way of life. Shame on you.
People who have been out here. What happened? John Howard, Mal Bruff used powers that was given to them by the Constitution.
And I want to reassure people that every time we got PI to talk to a group of workers or to talk to a group of union officials, the response has been absolute horror. People are like, what do you mean, $4 an hour?
Look, I'm just going to quickly just finish off on about the gathering. Our old people, myself, playing a role there, a little bit of a role. It's about getting you people, both black and white people, coming together. It's about giving you the direction, showing you the goals and the visions, the way forward from here on, and bringing you people as one. We all one blood, as brothers and sisters.